under moonlight in a campfire sing along. A shot of tequila, Corona lime, sitting here lost in time, swinging with the slowly rolling sea. The look in your eye, the way you smile, makes me wanna stay a while. You and me making memories. Hey, that Caribbean feeling, it sure feels good to me.
So coming down here, I'm just going into Irun to get diesel in the usual place, but I have had trouble this week getting diesel in France. Apparently the French are blockading the oil terminals because of the price of fuel. As we all know, it's horrendous, but I don't see how that helps at all, but everybody has to have their say. So hopefully we'll get some in here and I'll just top everything up in here. I think I went to 3 different stations coming down from Caen, off the ferry at Caen, before I actually managed to get some. I wasn't desperate, but I did start to think to myself I should have filled up in the UK before I left. Price of the diesel in Spain is about 20 pence cheaper than it is in the UK, but that's relevant to the cost of living and the wages they get. Their cost of living is lower and their wages are lower than ours, so it's all relevant. It's only cheaper for us because obviously we're getting paid UK rates.
Last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall.
Parked up early yesterday, so I know we start this morning. I have been up a few hours. I'm just not a morning person. 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'm wide awake. Just mornings are not my forte. I get up and I have a cup of tea and I move. So you're probably out of me in the morning is get name, rank and serial number is about all you'll get out of me for the first few hours, especially when it's raining. When it's raining you can hear the rain on the top of the cab and you can just curl up and just go back to sleep again. Best thing ever.
So broken, it's hard to shine, but I still try. I'll be the last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight. That's right. Baby, I was born to fight. Let's go. Baby, I was born to fight. Yourself down a lonely road. I try to find my way but don't know where to go. It's hard to see your friends, tell them adios. When you know them all for like forever, now you're just a ghost. Ain't no way to sugarcoat it, yeah, I feel alone. Been single for a decade, doing me is getting old. I don't pick up when the phone rings, too busy recording. Industry ignores me, but I keep on going. Cause I know you got my back, I got you too. No matter what the situation, we gon' make it through. I'm a fighter, not a quitter. They can say that I'm a sinner cause they love to hate the winner, but I'm never gonna give them the last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight. That's right. Baby, I was born to fight. Born to fight.
Monday morning in Madrid. You see me at Augustus before, delivering the fish. We just park in the middle of the road. Sounds silly, but that's what we have to do. Park in the middle of the road and then wait for a bay, wait for them to let me in. Didn't have to wait long on a bay. Leave these guys to do their thing. They're nice people here. We'll find the loo, eh? In these cities like Madrid, where space is at a premium, they build a lot underground. So all those fish boxes you see all come under here. This is where the loo is. So all this goes on underneath the main building, which is all above your head. So it didn't take us long round there. I'm round at the wash, getting it steam cleaned outside and in. But this little lorry parked by the side of me, what's the story with them tyres then? I did point them out to him, but didn't seem very concerned. I think DVSA would have a field day. So, all washed out, we're on our way down to Cuenca. The ball, by the way, that you see around Spain denotes that the nearest city has a bull ring, and obviously Spanish national symbol. Not my sort of sport. We love our cows, but it's not my country, so live and let live. What you will notice down here is hundreds and hundreds of windmills. This Albacete, Cuenca, all around this area is quite flat, and there is lots of them. Spanish doing a bit for the environment, I guess.
It's the keys to your daddy's car. It's a night alone neath the desert stars. It's a 5 o'clock whistle, it's the classroom bell. It's a Panama City out the window, yeah. The first kiss after a broken heart. We all wanna break the chains, feel the wind against our face. Everybody wants the same thing. We wanna taste that freedom. Everybody around here wanna taste that freedom. It's a pocket full of folding cash. It's telling that boss he can kiss your ass. That ticket to your favorite show, getting lost in the rock.
I don't know if this is a thing, but what you'll notice when we come down here, you see the fields on the right and on the left, they've all had onions in them. You'll see as they go up, but the fields a little bit higher, they've got grapes in them. So all these fields on the bottom here, they've all had onions in them, and they've all been picked, or whatever you do with them, picked I guess. And but in the next field there's grapevines, so I don't know if that's the thing to make the onions taste better, onions taste like onions, or the wine tastes better, don't know. I do love their new tarmac. It's not so dusty, it doesn't get my lorries in such a mess, you're not in all the dust, it's just marvellous. How long it will stay, I don't know. So this place here is the winery. They only have one-way bridge, and it's outside the winery, and the lady that does paperwork for the onions is in the same office. So as you see, wine grapes to the left and sunflowers to the right. Very diverse.
Close your eyes, hands up high, go on and let it all go. We all wanna break the chains, feel the wind against our face. Everybody wants the same thing. We wanna taste that freedom.
quick tip for any new drivers going onto a weighbridge. Keep it straight, open your window and look at the floor, because if your driver's tyre is going to miss the side, then your passenger tyre will. You can look and you keep it all in a straight line and it will go on that weighbridge. It can be a bit daunting if you're just looking forward, so if you look down, keep it in a straight line by the side on the driver, you know the other side's going in.
Flag on a soldier's sleeve, all around the world they know what it means. And they all want just a little piece of this freedom, yeah. We all wanna break the chains, feel the wind against our face. Everybody wants the same thing, we wanna taste that freedom. Everybody around here wanna taste that freedom.
Coming off the weighbridge, another quick tip, keep it straight. Don't turn the wheel, because you've got to make sure your trailer is off the weighbridge. So just keep it straight, and wait till your back wheels on the trailer are off before you start turning anywhere. Otherwise, it's all going to go pear-shaped with a big bang. Oh, there's our loading man. Oh, waving us onto the bay. Just what you need. Oh, that's where we're going. Have to turn it round onto the bay. I always wonder why we don't have these lakes, these dams in the UK. I mean, we have so much water, but we still end up having water shortages and everything in the winter. Always seems a bit strange. Forklift loading. this is why we can't get them out when we get to the markets, because they're loaded like this and rammed into place. And some people will say that this is a waste of time, but I like to switch my fridge on when they're loading, just to try and give the hot air a bit of a boost out. So as they're loading it, I'm not just trapping all the hot air in once it's done. So the fan is actually blowing some of the hot air out. Funny thing, I've just come back round to see how he's getting on, and he's just complained that it's too cold with the fridge on. Unbelievable. The fridge is set at 8 degrees, and the lorry temperature says something like 23, and he's shaking his head saying turn the fridge off. I do think he's Moroccan though, so maybe that is why he thinks it's freezing.
Working
welcome to Bilbao. Well, this isn't strictly Bilbao Port. This is the freight end of Bilbao. It's just to the west of Bilbao City. Rumour has it that the dock in Bilbao is owned by P&O Ferries. They don't do ferries anymore into Bilbao. They used to. Pride of Bilbao and the Pride of Portsmouth, big ferries, used to take 3 days one way and 2 days the other, if I remember rightly. But because they own the port, they will not let Brittany Ferries dock there. They still have all their ferries, all their cruise liners and everything going in there, but they just don't do ferries anymore. So Brittany Ferries have had to negotiate this area, which is mostly containers, and it kind of works out well because there's a bit more room. Now we're back doing customs and everything. This is pre-customs check, so I have to park here and go and do the customs papers. It's not too bad. There's not a lot of room, but it's not too bad. At least you can. The people that like that guy, he does customs papers all the time, and he knows what he's doing. So if there is a problem, you can sit there and sort it out rather than keep getting passed from pillar to post while you're checking in. It's not bad. It's not a bad area at all. It's and they do know what they're talking about, and because they keep the freight people doing freight, it means that they can they've learnt the process properly, which helps. So let's go in and see what they've got to say. Now, after me saying all that, I was actually, there's a bit of delay between the last one and this. I was actually sat at customs for a couple of hours because when they filled the customs paperwork out, not Brittany Ferries, not ourselves, it was the sender that filled the customs paperwork out and put the wrong amount of packages on. She put the right amount of packages on the wrong bit of paper, so I ended up with 2 numbers that didn't match. So that meant I sat there for 2 hours while the guy at Brittany Ferries in his best Spanish explained to the lady where I loaded the onions what she'd done wrong. Really nice lady, don't get me wrong, really nice lady, and she normally gets it right. It was just a mistake, but because it was a mistake, it meant she had to do the paperwork again and then relodge it and wait for it to come through. Came through, did all the checked in, did all the checks, and then the customs guy decided he wanted to look at it too. So there you go. So we're going now. We'll just clear the passport control. So after all that at customs, we're on the boat. I'll just let this guy plug everything in while I sort my bag out. Then I'll go around and check. Got to keep it up, the onions at +8. It does get really hot downstairs on the boat, so it's too long to not have the fridge plugged in or switched on. So I'll make sure it's okay before I go upstairs. Hello, welcome to England, as it says. Just through passport control, everything goes round to this new scanner now, which you'll see in a minute. It's much better than the last one. It's only a small one. You just go through and you press a button. It's like a transit van sort of thing, much quicker. If they pick up anything on the screen that looks a bit odd, then they'll stop you when you come out and then inspect everything. But much better. Now you'll hear the noise start. That's to indicate that the scanner's working. One thing I did think was, what happens if you're pregnant? Because they used to make us stand outside with the big scanner. Not that I'm going to be pregnant, but I just wondered, just a thought, there may be younger women that may be pregnant, and I worked through my pregnancy. Hello. How are you?
You're not too bad yourself?
Not too bad.
Good.
Good to go. That sounds like our cue to move. So I've got 2 in Birmingham Market, 1 in Sheffield Market, back down to Milton Keynes and Gloucester, and then home. So shouldn't be too bad. We'll get it all off tonight, hopefully.
Not much for wearing out my welcome. Always been that way and then some, lonesome half the time. 'Cause I need free and I need spacious. I get bothered, I get anxious, just stopping at a red light. If I'm good at one thing, it's saying goodbye. I'm the reason they make fast lanes. My soul don't roll like no slow train. I hang my old hat in a new place. It won't hang too long. Call me right or call me wrong. That's just my thing. I'm the reason they make fast lanes. When I left Georgia for the 3rd time, I was closer to that state line than I ever was to her. Yeah, I could feel her falling.
Now you're going to ask me what happened. Well, I did the deliveries, as you can see, but my little stand for my camera, my little spider thing, decided to have a moment, and one of the legs fell off. And so I couldn't record as I was going along or anything like that. I did try a bit of bush mechanics, a bit of gaffer tape, but it didn't really work. It just still kept falling over. So I'm sorry about that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.